Yo, what's up guys? Wanted to make a quick little video about how to tell your friends and family what you do. So this is, one of the most classic examples or tips given to beginner SEOs. A year ago I used to go to Alex Becker's webinars, and Cotton Grammar would come in sometimes and always say things like, guys, gotta tell your friends and folks what you do. It's a noisy world, right? And nobody does this, we overlook this tip because of the pressure, especially when you're starting out. But then recently, I've been very recently, I'm talking about like last 4 or 5 days, I've been able to reap the benefits of this client acquisition technique, if you want to even call it that. And I'm realizing the power. So I just wanted to let you guys know about how I'm going about it and how is it finally working out, right? All right, so first of all, just word for beginners, if you are just starting out, you don't have to go too hard with this direction, with this, telling your friends and family, because I know it's kind of cringy to do this thing. I personally hate pitching friends and family about anything. I like to stay away about what I do from Facebook and personal shit. A bit too extreme, to be honest, even from my side, I sometimes even think of life in stages, friends I made in high school doesn't have to know about what I do now and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be like that. Anyways, different topic. What I want to show you guys is recently how I'm trying to go about helping people refer me so it can actually be done properly. So normally what happens is that you put your friends and family in a spot, right? We pitch our clients, first of all, with a 5 to 15 minute video, followed by 45-hour presentation, screen share, or sit down. And we are expecting that kind of transfer of energy and information to happen through a friend who's just gonna talk to the person for 5 seconds, right? So it's not possible. So guess whose responsibility it is to fix this? Ours, right? It's our responsibility to bring that presentation into a 2 to 3 minute sentence and make the pitch for them soft enough that it actually works out. So what am I talking about? If you have a friend or family, all right, the first thing you have to do for them, and that you want to kind of bring them on or whatever, is go through the normal pitch. Show them the entire presentation. Whatever you show your prospects, hey, this is where my client was, this is there currently now. If I was to go with a new client here, this is the search volume and this is what they could expect the results, and blah, 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 blah. The entire pitch, show them the entire thing so they understand how it works, because the pitch we give to clients is not complicated. It's not supposed to be, so anybody can understand it. Once you sit down with your friend and actually show them what you do, one, you'll be surprised how fascinated they are. I just had a friend who left yesterday morning, okay? He's a friend I grew up with in middle school. He came, we were seeing each other for 5 years. He's a very, how do you say, a lone wolf type of guy, or so to speak, right? He does his own shit. He's not on Facebook. He doesn't, mingle in any kind of social media whatsoever. Just does his own shit. He's a musician. He rocks his own world. Out of the blue, I showed him what I do, and I was surprised that he was fascinated by it. He's like, damn, this is cool. And just now, I got a text, him saying that his friend would like to sit down and do a Skype session with me because he's been looking for somebody who can do this, right? So I'm like, fuck, I must have been shooting myself in the foot for a while now if I never reached out to anybody. So anyway, and not to speak, the deal that just closed, that was completely from a friend. That was another thing that I was not probably way too late on. It's a friend of mine. He's from Jamaica. I've been doing we started so much shit together right here in New York for the last 4 or 5 years, and I never took the time to actually show him exactly what I do. Recently I did, and boom, he just closed the sale for 5K. Once he starts ranking, it's 2.5K for each of us. He's happy as shit. He's going to be collecting recurring $2,500 every month. I'm happy because it's a sale I wouldn't have had, and the guy's happy. The guy is happier than anybody else of us. I don't know how. The client is I finally so happy that I found somebody who can do this and all this stuff. And, he's super grateful. I never had any client this grateful before results came. So super stoked on that. And honestly, it's one of the best deals I can imagine. It's going to be the easiest 2.5K, because the guy's already on second page for his main keyword and seventh for maps. I have to push him couple spots for maps and or second. Anyways, it's a fucking good deal. Point was, this was able to happen because I showed them the pitch and I sold them on me first, right? Now, obviously, it helps a lot if you're actually pretty decent at bringing results. Like, you know, if you're just starting out and you really do not know how to bring like good results and stuff, it's going to be kind of hard to do this, and you could fuck up and, you know, mess some relationships up with them and their friends. So, you know, like I said, again, it's going to be a lot easier if you're actually being able to and you're confident about what you do. Then you can really, you know, tell them like, hey, like, I can really do this for them. And once they feel you could do it, they're going to transfer that kind of confidence onto their relationship, and yeah, it'll work out. All right, so now going back to that point where you basically give them a small pitch of a soft sale, like, you know, something like, hey, my friend does blah blah blah, and in online he's pretty good at it. Would you be down to looking at some information he sends to your email? Very soft, right? You're not trying to train them to sell, you know, and then they like bring you a signed contract. They're just going to refer you, and what we're trying to get is that the person is just going to give you an ear, right? He's going to give you some time and actually listen to what you have to say, and then it's all up to you, right? It's all up to us. We send them the same type of video audit as if we're sending a prospect with maybe a bit more info and stuff like that, and then the process just continues, and it closes, and boom, it's such a win-win situation. So all right, so did I miss anything? So to friends, that's how you say it, okay? So you sell them on yourself first that you can do it, and then you give them a small little pitch, like literally think it through, like write it down, like a 3 to 5 sentence max pitch for your friends to say who would want to refer you to people they know, and then that's it. That's with friends, and obviously then give them a cut, like a recurring cut. I'm generous with this shit because it's a sale I wouldn't have had, you know. Sometimes we hear, you know, like a one-time little 10% or some shit. I believe in like whatever, like, you know, it's a person I wouldn't have known, and if the deal is right for me, like, you know, like I know what my costs are and what my margin is, like generally, if the deal is good and the client is not gonna be a pain in the ass, it works out, right? So I give like huge margins. For a friend here, I'm getting 50%, but he's managing certain things too. So it kind of like, you know, goes hand in hand. But you get the point, right? I would say 10 to 30% recurring. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to end with is an exercise I did some while ago, which I should probably be doing again. It's a great way to get a list of people that you can talk to in the near future, face-to-face even, is people you're already a client to. Okay, so one of the good ways to get a list of this is go into your bank statement, you know, go into your credit card, checking account, whatever, and just look through all the stuff you have purchased in the last 3 months, right? Like, did it take out your gym bill? Did it take out your barber? Or your lawyer? Whatever it is, right? Just write it down, and basically what you're going to do is, these are all the people that you're already a client to. They almost owe you to give at least 10 minutes of their time to hear you out of what you do. If you're going to the same barber for like the last 5 years, don't you think he's going to sit down with you after some time if you give him a heads up that, hey, I'm going to come by, I want to show you something, you know, and show him what you do? Lawyer, same thing, right? All this stuff, these people are already client to you. They're easily going to, you know, listen to what you have to say. That would be one way. And I mean, that is the way. I mean, that is the main technique with this one, right? The people you're already a client to, and you know, make a list for that, and come up with unique angles for each, right? You kind of probably know them more than you think. You know, maybe you know that, you know, like what kind of lawyer they are, what kind of thing they would like to sell more of, and get that kind of info from, and go prepared. And once you show it to them, maybe it'll increase the chance of them closing into a client right then and there. Who knows? So take these 2 ways. This I'm really looking forward to, because I'm realizing the power of this. Like, you know, if you set things properly, it's going to be like really like such a win-win situation when your friends are out there, you know, pitching your service whenever the opportunity comes. It's going to be great, because you're just gonna get a sale that out of the blue they just tell you like, hey, this guy's interested. Can you send a video audit? And you're like, yeah, of course I can. You send a video audit, and boom, it's like next thing you hear like it's closed, and the guy's like starting to ready to pay. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even expect this. Like I just got back. Like I didn't even expect this sale to come in. It feels really good. So anyways, guys, I want to leave it at that because if I go much longer, it's gonna be a blabber session. But yeah, take this shit seriously. It does work. Okay, and peace.